Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq, located in the south of Bandung City, specifically in Ciburial, Alam Endah Village, Rancabali Subdistrict, Bandung Regency, West Java. Situated in Patuha Mound with the altitude 1,250 meters above the sea level, making this location having fertile soil for agribusiness sector.
Pondok pesantren ini adalah pondok pesantren yang sangat terpencil dari pengaruh masyarakat luar. Karena pada awalnya, lokasi pondok pesantren Al-Ittifaq saat ini adalah sebagai tempat pengasingan dari kejaran para penjajah.
In the past, local community had a tendency working outside the town as a worker. They didn't have any interest of agribusiness sector, because they thought doing farming was only wasting time activity and needed a long time to get the harvest.
Nah, pada tahun 70-an, Mang Haji mulai berinisiatif untuk bagaimana membuka akses jalan ke pondok pesantren ini. Akhirnya beliau membuat jalan sendiri, walaupun pada saat itu, menurut pandangan orang sekitar, Mang Haji itu orang gila. Kenapa? Dia tidak bisa naik motor, sepeda pun tidak punya, tapi pengen bikin jalan. Padahal Mang Haji pada saat itu berpikir visioner ke depan bahwa dengan adanya akses jalan pada saat itu, masyarakat akan lebih mudah mengakses lahan pertanian.
Bapak nanti berikan ke pasar ini kalau terlalu banyak airnya. Ya, maka yang perlu disiapkan yang pertama adalah
So, what kind of effort was done by Pesantren Al-Ittifaq that couldn't only empower the Santri becomes entrepreneur, but also gives contribution for the society? Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq was established in February 1st, 1934 by Kiai Haji Mansur. The word Ittifaq comes from Arabic language, which means agreement. In the beginning, Pesantren Al-Ittifaq was a pesantren salafiyah, or a traditional pesantren which only taught religion lesson.
Pesantren ini berdiri sejak tahun 1934. Didirikan oleh Kiai Maksum. Tonggak kepemimpinannya diserahkan kepada Kiai Haji Rifai. Pondok pesantren ini dinamai Pondok Pesantren Ciburial karena terletak di kampung Ciburial.
Educational system which implemented at that time was very strict. Santri was prohibited learning Latin language. Knowing the government, which was considered as the colonialist, making the house by using bricks, using electronic devices, and making a toilet in their home.
Pada saat itu diharamkan oleh Kiai. Tidak boleh kenal dengan pemerintah, tidak boleh ada rumah tembok, tidak boleh ada alat elektronik, tidak boleh ada WC dalam rumah, dan tidak boleh sekolah.
In 1953, the leadership was continued by Haji Rifai, and he passed away in 1970. After that, Kiai Haji Fuad Afandi continued the leadership. He was the grandson of Kiai Haji Mansur. The educational management at the time wasn't improving. It caused the development of pesantren was very slow, even stayed still. That was because of the unwillingness to open the outside world and lack of knowledge about local potential. In 1970, Kiai Haji Fuad Afandi tried to combine the religion activity with farming or agribusiness. That was because of the suitability of the geographic location and natural potential which is owned by Al-Ittifaq and surroundings. Kiai Haji Fuad Afandi dedicated his life to empower Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq with the local community, with the intention of making the local people become independent by working on fertile soil in their environment. This is described in the 3 basic principles that was always said by Kiai Haji Fuad.
Tidak boleh ada sejengkal tanah yang tidur. Tidak boleh ada sedetik waktu yang nganggur. Tidak boleh ada sehelai sampah yang ngawul. Supaya tercapai baldatun thayyibatun wa rabbun ghafur.
Kiai Haji Fuad had a principle. Not all the Santri will become Kiai or Ustad. So he thought that the Santri will need more skill, which is useful as the source of income. That is entrepreneurship. Initiated in 1980s, agribusiness field was chosen based on pesantren geographic location, involving Santri in the whole processes, started from planting, packing, and distributing. Not only Santri, local communities are also involved in this agribusiness process.
Kami diminta kurang lebih 5,7 ton sayuran oleh pasar modern. Dan itu tidak dapat kami penuhi sendiri. Dan alhamdulillah sekarang terbentuk kurang lebih 9 kelompok tani dengan luas lahan di atas 200 hektar.
That was an easy way to start this agribusiness project. Many obstacles were faced by pesantren at that time. In the beginning, the vegetables and fruits was only distributed to local market. Then they expanded the market by distributing to modern market. Unfortunately, the modern market rejected their products because of it was considered unqualified.
Tanaman-tanaman itu harus memiliki ibaratnya standar keamanan pangannya. Kita juga punya BRCGS. BRCGS adalah British Retail Consortium Global Standard. Nah, itu memang dari Inggris, dan kita juga waktu itu pengecekannya sebetulnya dari Ittifaq. Ittifaq itu lembaga yang dimiliki oleh Jerman.
Various commodities were harvested from some agricultural land, such as highland vegetables like tomatoes, carrot, and potatoes. Then also specific vegetables such as kale, green vegetables, pok choy, and others. Those commodities are distributed to traditional market, supermarket, also hospital.
Kita bulan kemarin kita ekspor itu ke Dubai. Kita kirim manggis, rambutan, jengkol, jahe, sereh. Untuk memenuhi kebutuhan itu, otomatis Pak Kiai kali itu menerapkan pola tanam, yaitu hari ini panen, hari ini juga tanam, hari ini juga kita pemeliharaan. Jadi setiap hari itu panen, setiap hari tanam. Begitupun untuk 270 petani yang kerja sama kita.
Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq Cooperation, or well known as Kopontren Alif, was legally established in 1997. This cooperation is the off-taker of the harvest commodities from the farmers' field in Bandung Regency. The farmers do the planting system based on the market's demand, so they only plant the commodities which are needed by the buyer. In the other word, Kopontren Alif can supply fresh vegetables along the year consistently. If you want to buy fresh vegetables, you can visit Alif Mart store, but also other country varieties which are planted in Bandung Regency. Besides doing conventional trading, Kopontren Alif also provides online trading by Alif Mart online application.
Kami punya alifmart.online. Itu bagian dari upaya kami untuk survive menghadapi persaingan pasar pada saat ini.
At the beginning, the digital market was using social media by the delivery system joined with offline store. Because of unpractical reason, the process was changed into messaging application, but it was also ineffective. At the end, Alif Mart Online was launched as the solution. In that online store, the buyer can choose the varieties of the products comfortably by seeing the sample of commodities. This new system makes the ordering process easier and faster.
Untuk memenuhi kebutuhan itu, otomatis Pak Kiai kala itu menerapkan pola tanam, yaitu hari ini panen, hari ini juga tanam, hari ini juga kita pemeliharaan. Jadi setiap hari itu panen, setiap hari tanam. Begitupun untuk 270 petani yang kerjasama sama kita.
Adapun karakteristik santri pada saat ini, yang pertama ada yang namanya santri salafiyah. Jadi mereka belajar ilmu agama di sini, sekaligus mereka ikut mengolah lahan yang dimiliki oleh Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq. Yang kedua yang biasa disebut santri kholafiyah. Mereka yang mondok di sini kemudian mengikuti pendidikan formal. Yang ketiga adalah santri tahasus. Mereka adalah santri yang mondok di sini belajar ilmu agama, sekaligus mereka terlibat dalam kegiatan agribisnis, bercocok tanam, pengolahan hasil, peternakan, dan sebagainya.
Takhasus comes from Arabic language, means specialized. Santri Takhasus in Pesantren Al-Ittifaq specialize focusing in agribusiness field. Senior Santri is in charge as the supervisor, and Junior Santri as the worker. They work alternately to cultivate the field in the pesantren. For example, the Santri Takhasus.
Al-Ittifaq memiliki perkebunan cukup luas dan memiliki bermacam-macam item tanaman di Al-Ittifaq ini. Salah satunya cabai rawit. Di sini kita akan panen cabai rawit.
By daily distribution of vegetables and fruits to Bandung, Jakarta, and Tangerang, Pesantren Al-Ittifaq is able to keep the supply sustainable. This is as the result of the system, to plant, to harvest, and to take care in one day. So that is continuity cycle for 24 hours and supply will be always ready.
Untuk dari bagian pertanian, kita ada sekitar 126 jenis item sayuran dan buah yang kita kirim setiap hari dalam jumlah rata-rata 5,7 ton per hari.
The profit of this agribusiness is allocated for operational budget of the pesantren, also for the living cost of the santri. Becoming santri in Al-Ittifaq is free of charge, even for health and education fund.
Sekali lagi bahwa adanya kegiatan bisnis ini adalah untuk mendukung operasional pendidikan pesantren.
Not only agribusiness, Pesantren Al-Ittifaq also manage stock breeding. With the principle no wasted trash, this pesantren makes the agriculture to stock breeding and stock breeding to agriculture cycle. The vegetable waste will be used as animal feeds. Also with animals' dung will be used as fertilizer. There are various commodities in stock breeding sector, which are cow, sheep, chicken, and rabbit. Those commodities have three values: for korban, akikah, and also for sale in formal occasion for the local communities.
Untuk makanan sapi, kita kasih rumput dan juga dedak. Kalau untuk domba, hanya rumput saja. Selain makanan yang dikasih ke hewan tersebut, dikasih vitamin dan juga vaksin.
Kami tidak membatasi santri 3 tahun, 4 tahun, 5 tahun, silahkan. Selama masih betah di Pondok Pesantren Ittifaq, mangga silahkan. Jadi tidak ada batas waktu untuk berapa lama tinggal di Pondok Pesantren Ittifaq.
In the early existence, the location of pesantren, which isolated at the mount, made the people who came only wanted to study religion knowledge. The Santri came from surroundings. As the development of pesantren's agribusiness, Al-Ittifaq's name getting well known by the society. In this pesantren, the traditional Santri has the age range junior to senior high school, drop-off school background, poor family, and facing the law.
Masyarakat pengen anaknya bisa ngaji, masyarakat pengen anaknya punya life skill, tapi mereka juga pengen anaknya diakui secara formal. Berarti mereka butuh ijazah. Nah itu yang kita akomodir sehingga muncullah program tahasus di Pondok Pesantren Ittifaq. Santri yang mondok di sini kurang lebih sekitar 500 orang. Kemudian yang Tungalong itu mereka kurang lebih sekitar 700 orang.
Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq's curriculum is triangle curriculum, which focuses on studying, reciting Holy Quran, and producing work. Means Santri in Al-Ittifaq learns life skill, which isn't only useful for the Santris himself, but also as the effort to develop nation's economy through the Santris works.
Ketika masuk ke Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq, semuanya di kebun dulu, di open field. Sudah di open field, sudah paham, baru naik ke greenhouse. Sudah bisa ke greenhouse, mereka akan belajar desain produk atau pengemasan produk, belajar distribusi barang. Setelah belajar distribusi barang, mereka belajar administrasi.
Santri's activities in this pesantren is different from others. The activity is started with subuh prayer together, then distributing the commodities in Alif Mart store. At 7 a.m. until 11 a.m., Santri Takhasus and Salafiyah go to the field. While Santri Khalafiyah goes to school. At 11 a.m., all the activities are stopped to prepare Zuhur prayer together. At 1 p.m. until Ashar prayer, all the Santri do the same cycle.
Pesantren Al-Ittifaq adalah pesantren salafiyah. Artinya pesantren yang kajiannya berbasis kitab kuning.
In this pesantren, there's no time limit for the Santri to stay. This is because they still can work in pesantren. After graduating from pesantren, Santri can choose whether we leave the pesantren with the saving which is collected during becoming Santri or stay in pesantren as the employee.
Kami tidak membatasi santri 3 tahun, 4 tahun, 5 tahun, silahkan. Selama masih betah di Pondok Pesantren Ittifaq, mangga silahkan. Jadi tidak ada batas waktu untuk berapa lama tinggal di Pondok Pesantren Ittifaq.
After graduating and deciding to leave the pesantren, Santri is not only provided with savings, but also the field for farming or lending the cattle to start the stock breeding business.
Jadi kami bekali sesuai dengan potensi di mana mereka akan mukim. ada yang dibekali dalam bentuk tabungan, uang, ada yang dibekali dalam bentuk misalkan kalau potensinya peternakan, bibit ternak dan segala macam. Jadi sesuai dengan kebutuhannya.
For this male Santri, becoming the Santri in Pesantren Al-Ittifaq is the right choice. Having the knowledge about this Pesantren from his family, he came here at 7th grade. This Santri decided to become Santri Takhasus and has a goal to develop agrobusiness sector in his village.
Alasan saya mondok di sini adalah saya melihat potensi yang ada di Al-Ittifaq untuk diterapkan di lingkungan saya, yaitu pertanian dan juga peternakan.
The first Santri of Kiai Haji Fuad, when the changing of Pesantren Ciburial became Pesantren Al-Ittifaq, is this figure. He is the headman of Alam Endah village. As the first Santri, the closeness with the founder was obvious. Even the people of the village considered him as the successor of Kiai Haji Fuad.
Dan alhamdulillah apa yang kami terima dari ilmu dari pondok pesantren ini kita aplikasikan dalam sebuah kegiatan yang bermanfaat untuk masyarakat. Sehingga kami tahun 2013 kami terpilih sebagai Pades Alam Endah untuk periode pertama, dan kita juga bekerjasama dengan pondok pesantren Al-Ittifaq bagaimana untuk mensinergikan antara ulama dan umarahnya.
The seriousness and consistency of Kiai Haji Fuad resulted many good things. It is needed many decades for Al-Ittifaq to be independent, even has a role to keep the food security in Indonesia. Al-Ittifaq can reach wider market. This is initiated by the founder, who want to take advantage of surrounding natural resources.
Dalam hal ini bagaimana kita menciptakan, yang pertama kan ada 3K, unsurnya adalah kualitas. Karena pasar modern itu salah satunya kualitas yang baik. Kualitas yang baik itu harus dibuat dengan budidaya yang baik, dengan SOP yang jelas, dengan sistem daripada bagaimana handling pasca panen yang baik.
Al-Ittifaq becomes the real example of applying digital technology in digital farming business as end-to-end, which means the process takes the methods or services from the beginning until the end and giving the complete functional solution. Besides, Al-Ittifaq also develops society's economy in Bandung Regency, even West Java.
Ketika kegiatan di pesantren, baik dalam bidang sosial, pembangunan, kemasyarakatan, dalam ekonomi, ini kita selalu sinergi. Dengan adanya kolaborasi ini yang bermanfaat justru masyarakat.
Al-Ittifaq is not only focused in graduating Santri who mastering religion knowledge, but also mastering economy development, especially in entrepreneurship, which will be useful for the Santri's life and the improving of Indonesia human resources. For all the efforts and achievements in agrobusiness sector, Pondok Pesantren Al-Ittifaq got so many appreciations nationally, also internationally.